Hello and welcome to yet another video tutorial of Zanda. And today let's have a look at how to recur appointments in Zanda. We'll talk about recurring client appointments, personal appointments, and group appointments, and if there are any differences in how you can do that. So let us start by recurring a client appointment. Probably that what you will be doing the most frequent. So let us start by creating a recurring client appointment, probably the most frequent activity that you'll be doing. So we'll start by creating a new client appointment in practitioner's calendar. So we'll select the time block for this appointment and select a client. This will be for, and most likely this will be enough. If you want to recur this appointment, create a series of appointments with an invoice already generated for it, you will need to create an invoice on the initial appointment. If not, if you want to invoice each appointment later, when the time comes for this appointment, don't create an appointment on the initial don't create an invoice on the initial appointment. Recur the appointment first, and then you'll be able to create an invoice on each appointment when it's necessary. But I'll create an invoice now just to show how that works. So I will select a service to allocate this appointment, and now I can save this appointment. So I'll create it, the initial appointment for this recurring series. It has an invoice attached to it. And all I need to do is to scroll to the top of this appointment panel and click this button, the recurring button, and select Make Recurring. So here now I have the recurring appointment pop-up that allows me to set up this recurring series. And the first option is allowing me to recur or repeat this appointment in 3 different ways, either daily, weekly, or monthly. So if I select to recur this appointment daily, then I will be able to repeat this every day, every second day, every third day, and so on. If I wish to repeat this appointment weekly, I will be able to repeat it every week, every second week, every third week, and so on. And also, I will be able to select on which days of this week I wish to repeat it. So on a Friday every third week, I can add more days on that week as well. Or if I wish to recur this appointment monthly, then I will also be able to repeat it every month, every second month, every third month, and so on. But also, I have the option, so let's do every month, on the day of the month. It means that it will be the date of the appointment, or on the day of the week. It means on that Friday, right? On the first Friday of the month or on the second Friday of the month, depending on when we created that initial appointment. So that's how you can specify when in the month you want to repeat this appointment. I hope this makes sense to you. All right, so let's repeat our appointment, let's say weekly on a Friday and every second week. That's how often our client wants to come to their session. Then the next setting is when it starts. Well, by default, it sets to the date of their initial appointment. And let's leave it like that. I think this will be the most common use case. And then we will be able also to set up when this recurring series ends. Again, the first option is by the number of occurrences. For this series, if the client came to you with a referral for 10 sessions, for example, we already booked them for 1, so we only need to add 9 more occurrences. Or if they came to you and want to be seeing you until the end of this year, you will be able to select it ends on and then select the date when you want to end this recurring series, and we can just select 31st of December this year. This means that this series of appointments will end by the end of this year. All right, let's change that back to the 9 more occurrences, and now I will save. All right, so the recurring series for our client in 10 sessions has been created. And now if we jump to the next week, actually 2 weeks, because we record it for every 2 weeks, we'll see this appointment here. If let's click it, we'll see that the invoice has been copied as well. But don't worry if you need to change something. If something's changed, you can always either remove this remove the service and save, and this will remove the invoice from this appointment completely if necessary. We can then also jump to the next appointment in this series for this client. Again, you'll see the invoice copied here with the service, and you can, for example, update the service if something's changed again. So this is all interchangeable. You can edit each individual invoice in this recurring series if necessary, but the appointment will be there for you. The invoice will be there for you if you've recorded, and there will be something to edit for you. So it's all fixable, it's all editable, and it's all there for you. So I hope you find this feature useful and helpful. Let's jump back to today's calendar, and now let me show you how you can recur personal appointments. We have a team meeting scheduled on every Monday morning for our practitioners, and we'd like to actually recur this meeting into every Monday morning for a few months to have it here as a recurring personal appointment. So what we will do, we will click into an appointment, and here at the top, let's click on the recurring options icon. Click make recurring, and let's do it repeated weekly, repeat every 1 week on Mondays. Start on this date, on the date of the first appointment that we have created, and let's have it for other, let's say, other 7 more occurrences, so that we have this meeting scheduled for 2 months, and save. All right, so if we jump to the next week, we will see that this meeting recurred for 1 practitioner, but not the other ones. So let's jump back to the previous week, to the initial week when we have this meeting scheduled, and do the same for the other 2 practitioners. Let me show you another way how you can get to that recurring option setting. Instead of opening the panel on the side, you can right click on the appointment block to open the context menu, and let's click on make recurring to access that recurring appointment settings and repeat that. So we want to repeat weekly, every 1 week on Monday for 7 more occurrences, and save, and repeat it for the other one. Very quickly, we recurred this meeting for the other practitioners as well. So this is how you can recur personal appointments for your practitioners for different reasons. It can be recurring team meetings, so to block out the time on the calendar for team meetings. You can recur time that was blocked out for annual leave, for lunch break, for any other personal events that need to be repeated on the calendar. Let us now try to recur a group appointment and see if there are any differences and how this appointment would behave. So I already created an initial group appointment, and I set up a few initial settings on it, such as I added a personal training, a default service to this appointment. I added a flag to it, I added a resource, I set up a number of participants available, and I also added a couple of participants with different appointment statuses just to show you how these settings would behave when we recur this appointment. So let's go to the top of this appointment panel, find the recurring options button, click it, and make this appointment recurring. I'd love to recur this appointment again weekly, every 1 week on a Friday for 9 more occurrences, and let's save. Appointment has been recurred. Let's jump to the next week, find our appointment. Here it is. Let's open the appointment panel to see what has been copied into the next appointment. So we can see that the name has been copied, the default service has been copied, the flag has been copied, but not the resources. This is just to ensure that the resources are available actually at the time of creating this appointment. So you may want to go and have and allocate a resource or maybe a different resource to that appointment. The number of participants has stayed the same. The clients have been copied as well, but not the status of the appointment. So they have been copied as pending clients, and that's quite logical, right? You can't copy all clients as confirmed, for example, to all 10 appointments. You would want to confirm each appointment separately, so that's great. And if we click each client to have a look at, the system reminds me that I haven't saved the resource I allocated to this appointment, so let's do that. Let's save this appointment, and now if I click on my group participants to have a look, I will see that the invoice that has been generated by the default appointment service has been copied as well, and I'm able to update it or process a payment and so on. Let's go back to the group. So this is the behavior of a recurred group appointment. Wonderful. So we have created recurring appointments out of three types of appointments we have available. Now let's have a look what happens if we want to edit them. There are different ways of editing recurring appointments. Let me show you how this can be done. So first of all, how can you easily identify which appointment is a recurring appointment just looking at the calendar screen? Well, if you have a look at the screen now with me and you see these circular arrows on an appointment block, that means it's a recurring appointment. If you hover over an appointment to open the appointment card, just to get more information, there's a larger icon here that's showing these arrows as well. That means that's a recurring appointment too. The same for the personal appointments that we created. If we hover over them, you will see that arrows as well. That's a recurring appointment. So that's how you can quickly identify if it's a recurring appointment or not. Now to edit them, again, two options. If you just want to change the time or the practitioner of the appointment, you can do it two different ways. So one is to drag and drop the appointment into a different time slot on the calendar. So for example, one appointment can be moved to a different time. So for example, Amy here wants to have her appointment earlier here, 1 hour earlier on the same day. We can just drag it to the different time slot. First of all, if you have enabled this confirmation on your calendar display setting to confirm the appointment moves, you will see this pop up asking you to confirm this appointment move. Let's click yes, we want to move that. And then this confirmation for updating recurring appointments will show up. It will ask you if you want to apply this change to this particular appointment only, to this appointment and all following appointment in the recurring series, or all appointments in the series starting from the initial appointment up to the very last one. So you choose how you would like to change these this appointment series. So I want to change this one only, and this one only appointment will move. So this logic applies to all types of appointments, personal, client, and group appointments as well. Another option is to right-click the appointment. Let's do it for the lunch appointments for the personal appointment, but it applies to all of them, all types of appointments. As I said, I will right-click to open the appointment context menu, select Edit Recurring. To open the recurring appointment settings, and for example, I want to update something on these settings here. So for example, I want to add it to the Wednesdays as well, and save. So this will update my series of recurring settings, and it will add one more appointment in the series here for me. So you can edit any appointment this way. So for example, you can add more appointments to this series as well. It will just create more appointments. But as I said, you can add anything. You can change anything in this recurring series by using this settings panel for the appointments. Now, if you want to delete an appointment or some appointments or all appointments in this recurring series, you would do the same. So let's find another recurring appointment like this one. Again, open the panel here, click delete, or right click the appointment, click delete, whatever works better for you. And then again, use delete this one only, this and all following, or all appointments in the series, whatever you need to do. Select the option, and the system will perform this activity for you. And to finish off this video, let me show you how you can restore a deleted recurring appointment if it was done by mistake and you want to see it back on your calendar. So the first way I would like to show you is to look up first the client whose recurring appointment has been deleted. So if you remember that client, just look them up here on the through the quick search bar, go to their profile, and let's go to the appointments list. And here at the top, let's select show deleted appointments. Let's go to the date of those appointments that have been deleted. Quite a lot of them we have created, right? And let's click on the cogwheel in the actions column and click restore. So read carefully this pop-up that shows it provides you the information about what will happen to this appointment. And it specifically will say that if it's a part of a recurring series, all appointments in the series will be restored. Well, in our case, this is exactly what we want to happen. So we will click OK. And the appointment, all appointments in the series and all associated invoices should be restored. So if we go back to the calendar, to the week we have been working on, we will see that the appointment and all the other appointments in the series have been restored. If you don't remember the client, but you remember, or if you can't find exactly when this happened or other details, please use the reports system deleted appointments report. That will help you to specify, get more details about what appointments have been deleted in the time frame that you think when the appointments were created. So for example, you may have a look at the appointments that have been created from the beginning of this month, run the report, and you will see the appointments that have been created for those clients. If there are too many, don't forget that you can group the report by a column. So if we group a report by the client we'll see that there have been a number of appointments for this client, so maybe this is the recurring series that we have deleted, right? And then we can jump quickly to our client profile, go to the appointments, and show deleted and restore it that way. So 2 ways of finding those deleted appointments and restoring them. So this is what I wanted to tell you about recurring appointments, how to create them, how to manage them. I hope this has been a useful video and you learned something new, and that this will make you more efficient at your job and that you will be using this feature. I will see you another time.